Hello everybody, this is Under the Coffin, and today I decided, why don't we do a review on Clue, the game. This is just not an ordinary Clue game. Okay. Trying to have a little background music, but sometimes it overwhelms. So let's take a look at the box. Here you go, Clue. Isn't it awesome? And it says the classic. Oops, my bad. The classic mystery game. Yes, everybody, they have remade the classic version of Clue, but there's a twist. Can you tell what it is? Could it be this right here? You might have guessed right. Or you have bought this game yourself and have realized what they have added in. So, without any further ado, let's take a look in the box. I've already opened it so you guys don't have to, and don't have to waste the time with me opening this box. So, you got the box, simple cardboard. Well, looky here. Some of you can see, let me adjust the camera. I'm using my webcam, so yeah, bear with me. There's Scarlet, Peacock, Mrs. White. Doesn't look like a maid now, does she? See? Plum, Green, and there's Mustard. I mean, clearly, look what they've done. Colonel Mustard does not look like the Colonel Mustard from the game. He does not look like one of those stupid little British fucking explorers, you know? He don't even have a hat. You know what he looks like? It looks like Justin Bieber when he's older. Yeah. Justin Bieber when he's older, and he has been arrested more than once for the time being. I can't really argue. Scarlet sort of still portrays herself, as you can see. Peacock's not bad. Mrs. White I can't really argue with much, but it's just like, yeah, she's not a maid anymore, and that's why I remember Mrs. White being as a maid. I mean, I'm not judging, you know, but it's just like she was a maid. And this, yeah, I don't know what to say. Plum looks like Plum, basically, the purple nerdy guy. Green looks like, yeah. I can't really argue, but the only two that I don't really like is White and Mustard, how they've revisualized them. And I just don't like that. Yeah. They don't look the same. So, before we get to this, let's look over the weapons. Yes, I haven't taken them out of the pack because I plan on playing it, but let's rip them open. So, to my surprise, they have kept the revolver to the same. As you can see, sorry, it's kind of, see, the revolver looks the same, so thank God they kept the same real weapons. The rope is still the piece of plastic of rope. And the knife, still the knife has it. I've got a few of the old pieces from my old Clue game, but with me moving and whatnot, I lost a lot of them. So, you know, I mean, they all look alike. So, I mean, hell, I'm sure people, Hasbro was all like, well, we can't change the budget, but we can change two characters to modernize it. Let's get Justin Bieber in a yellow hoodie with dog collars, and then we'll just pick some random chick to be Mrs. White. Ain't that great, people? So there you go. It's all the pieces. can't really say much. So it's time for the board. Bet you all been starving to see this one. There it is in its glory. Pretty much basically almost the same thing detail wise. It's not too bad. Let me do some close-ups. Here's the if you guys can see it, this is the looks like bathroom and bedroom on this corner. If you look closely, some people were getting it on. Then if you go over here, this section, from the bedroom you get the billiard room, or the game room. I remember it being called the billiard room. And the garage with some high-tech cars and motorcycles. Then you get this, and the living room. Not much to look at, kids. Right? And then let's see. Yeah, and then the last two rooms are the kitchen. Right here. Kitchen's right here, and then you get the office. Surprisingly enough, they don't have the library. I remember there was the bedroom wasn't in here, garage wasn't in here, living room. There were some other ones. There's like kitchen, bedroom, library, office, dining room. There's like a few on here I want to say are original, and then there's some that are not. So let's get to the fun part. Guess what? It's a 2-in-1 game. So you know what that means? You get 2 games in 1. Exactly Clue, but guess what? It's Clue on the beach. And sorry everybody, I am a Clue fan, and I do not see myself playing this. It looks really retarded. Like, I would not see the point into it. It's Clue on the beach. That's what it is. Sounds like a drink, I know. It's Clue on the beach. Clue on the beach. You got beach house, surf shop, arcade, and jet ski rental, and Ferris wheel. Really honestly, I would like to ask Hasbro or whoever decided that this change was needed, why a beach house? Why on the beach? If anything, why not a second board to play as like the second story to the house? I know you all probably are like, wow, really, seriously, they've done that? Yeah. No offense, I've seen many different versions of Clue. I've seen Clue Junior, I've seen Clue on a DVD player, you know. I think the Clue on the DVD was not good. Like, I played it a couple of times and it just seemed so rigged. So you get the regular set of white dice right there. Mr. Green, they sort of, yeah, like I said, I think the only thing they really meant by classic was the pieces. We took the classic pieces, instead of giving you the little plastic rubbery figures, we give you these little, plastic pieces. Choking hazards. That's why the game says for ages 8 and up. Because obviously a kid would choke on these. I couldn't really see. I remember when I was little and we first got one of the ones with the plastic figures in them, you know, where it had the little details on them. I remember I used to play with them a lot. And then I melted them. Irregular standard decks of cards. Yeah, there we go. Just rip on into it. Not much. Candlestick card. Revolver, lead pipe, wrench, Branch, Staggered, Rope, Mr. Green. Okay, never mind. Mr. Green kind of looks like Justin Timberlake. See, looky. It's Justin Bieber. Right there. Look, sort of. Yeah. You all get my idea. Boom. And so forth, so forth. And then there's like 3 new cards. I have no clue. For the rest of the game, you may ask, one edition. Oh. So, I guess on the Clue Beach one, if you land in a spot with the card, you get to, take or ask another question. It's just an additional, it's sort of like, oh, you're a dumbass, so here, take this card. This card will help your dumbassness. And you get the envelope. Now, for the fun part. At first, when I thought this was a 2-in-1 game, I'm like, oh, you get more places to play in. No. Blue is for Classic Mansion. On the back is at the beach. So, I wouldn't advise anyone using a Sharpie on this game anytime soon, because the marker might bleed through, and then if you try to flip the card over and try to play a new game, you ain't getting very far. So, really honestly, for my review of this game, what do I think of it? Well, I like Clue a lot. It's one of my favorite classic games, and I give it, I would say if you had to compare it to the DVD version where you played on the DVD, and I don't know if a lot of you remember, but there was a Clue for exactly just DVD play, and you just sat there and played with your DVD remote. I would say this one outranks the DVD Clue, and that's why I call it DVD Clue, because it just came on DVD. I'd say this one outranks. The only thing I don't like is how they decided to throw a beach on there. I think the beach is poorly done as an additional game place. I think if they wanted to make it a little bit better, they should have another board where it's a second story to the house. That'd be more fun. Then you'd have more places, and if they want to, throw more weapons. Or just keep it all the same, but just throw an extra story to, an extra level to the house. I think it would be a lot better than flip the board over and play on the beach, Has nothing to do with the movie, nor originally the original game. This is Sam Burge, and I am giving this game, I'm gonna say 3.5 out of 5. It's not bad. They kept it some original. I kind of want to argue with the changes they made, but winners can't be choosers, and in a world where Justin Bieber playing as Colonel Mustard is an okay thing, what can I say? This is the world that we live in, and these are the hands we're given.